Hi, Mark here. It is Monday, June the 30th, just after 9 a.m. Eastern. That's just after 1 p.m. GMT. US session underway. And let's have a look how the US dollar is performing to start the new week. Here on the index, you can see yesterday sorry, not yesterday, last week, US dollar was sold off. You can see that all the way down here to support at 96.59. Same thing today, red candlestick, support tested again, but for the third time, buyers did step in, and you can see the wickets left behind. And as the US session gets underway, definitely US dollar is fighting its way back, sitting at 96.91. I drew in a descending trend line, almost a descending triangle, looking for a test perhaps of this descending triangle. Sellers will step in here again and come back down and retest this 96, 60, 59 area. Alternatively, if US dollar strength does continue through the US session, we'll be looking at resistance at 96.94 and to break above this descending trend line. But you can see how strong the support is. If I zoom in here onto the hourly, this is how strong the support has been. There was the bounce earlier, and now buyers looking to test this descending trend line. Let's have a look how the majors are performing, starting with the Euro US, which has been in a strong rally, strong uptrend, buying Euro, selling US all the way through last week. Bit of a turnaround so far today. Initially, euro strength, dollar weakness to test resistance again at 117.48. US buyers stepped in there. You can see the wickets left behind and support sitting at 117.15. US dollar buyers will look to test that support level, come down lower. Alternatively, if US strength we're seeing going into the European US session, if that doesn't materialize and continue, euro will be back up looking at the 117.48 resistance area. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see initially Asian session, we had strong euro, weak US dollar. European session going into the US session, there's the US dollar fighting back right now. Let's have a look at the pound. And there I'm on the daily. You can see US dollar definitely fighting back. Stalled, the pound stalled on Friday. There it left a doji behind. You can see that on the daily. And so far to start the new week, pound selling, US dollar strength, US dollar fighting back against the pound, testing support at 136.86, resistance 137.42. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see strong fight back by the US, testing the support level right now at the 136.86 and going lower. Selling pound, buying US dollar fighting back against the pound going into the US session. Let's have a look at the US yen. There we have the daily. So you can see earlier, there's the wicket left behind. That would be selling US, buying yen strength down to the support at 143.77 for the second time in 3 days. Buyers, US dollar buyers stepped in at that support level all the way up, and you can see resistance at 144.80. That's what US dollar buyers will be looking to test. 144.80, get back to the 145 or higher. If US dollar weakness resumes and US dollar buyers aren't able to maintain, again, sellers of US will be looking at the 143.77 support area. On the hourly, there you can see initially it was selling US, buying yen. There you see US dollar fought back, big bullish engulfing candle, US dollar strength. And just now in this current hour, struggling at this level, at the 144.50, a little bit of US getting back some of those gains right now, but buyers will be looking at the 144.80, 145 area, that previous resistance. Sellers of US buyers of yen looking back down here at the 143.77. US dollar Canadian. Sitting pretty much in the middle of this range so far today. 136.51 is support and 137.01 is the resistance. 50 pip range, sitting in the middle of that right now, a little bit closer to the bottom part of the range. Selling US, buying Canadian. Canadian looking strong in the US. Fight back, not much, not much. You can see the small wickets left behind from the support area. Let's zoom in on the hourly. And there you can see US dollar fight back didn't amount to much in the European session. And now the US session has started. Again, it is selling US, buying Canadian, looking for this 136.50 support. That's what Canadian buyers, sellers of US will be looking for. Alternatively, US dollar strength, like it started earlier here in the European session. If that's to continue on the upside, looking back up at the $1.37 area. So US dollar, a pattern that we've become all too familiar with, US dollar weakness when the Asian session gets going and through the European session towards the middle of the European session where we are now and start of the US session. We see the US dollar fighting back. Let's see if that can be maintained. And I will see you at the end of day session. Good trading.